Welty, what are you doing, man? Come on. Keep it on the table. Keep it on the table. What are we doing? Welty, you put those elbows over one more time. I'm going to blow the whistle. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Let's see it. I'm sick of this.
No,
That's a technical on you, man.
you know what? I need to bring in a friend. Ash.
Substitution?
Please.
I got it.
Please. What? Show him what we came here to do.
You see those elbows? There he is. Game time, Brendan Dunne. Welty, you owe us 100 push-ups. Let's start the show.
Yep. You can count on me. Count on me. Count on me. Count it up.
That's a full size. That's a full size. She want every color. That's a full size.
Hello to every single member of the FS Army watching across the world. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne.
I'm at Welty.
Trinidad James.
And we have with us here today Asher Roth. He's
Hey.
a rapper. Just dropped Greenhouse Effect Volume 3. Walk in his shoes for a few. You're going to need it. Asher, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
We're excited to have you. We're going to talk about your sneaker history. First thing we want to talk about, though,
Illustrious.
your long and detailed sneaker history. We want to get into the shoes everyone has on feet. So, Welty, please tell us what you're wearing.
The good friends at Extra Butter.
Oh.
Got the Adidas Eqt 91s. I think they're supposed to look like a dog. First time wearing shoes with fur on it.
And how do you feel about that?
I might take them for a walk.
Okay.
Keeping it going with black designers or black-owned sneakers. Today, my good buddy Joe Freshgoods had to bust out these bad boys. Great colorway, love them. With our new dad socks that are out right now, go get them. Like I said, come see me at Complex Con, guys, and support black-owned businesses.
My brother Desron dropped me off. Them berries take on the 574s, the yurts. You know what I mean? Make for my little wilderness.
Give it a
blow
blow.
the whistle on him?
You ready?
You gotta blow, bro. You gotta blow.
Wear tested. I love that.
There it is.
There it is.
Asher, that's a shoe that I can tell that you really love. But do you remember your most regrettable sneaker? that
Oh
you
my
ever
God.
purchased?
My most regrettable sneaker choice?
Or that you purchased, that you spent hard-earned money on?
Well, I mean, early on, specifically in first earning money, the Jordan 3 was the first thing that I bought, and then it was just too much sneaker for me, pretty much.
Too much?
Like
Yeah.
the real estate it was taking up on your foot?
Too much sneaker, and I think that's my kind of history with sneakers. It just got to the point where it's like less is more.
I think you're the only person who ever regrets buying Jordan 3s, so just for everything.
I did buy them though.
I respect that. When you can spend your own money, you definitely can have your own opinion.
Exactly.
Amen.
I'm wearing New Balance 1300s. These are not the specialists. They're from like 10 years ago, but I'm going to lie to people and say it's like an Aimee Leon Dora collab or something like that.
They look pretty good to me.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, let's talk sneaker news. The first piece of sneaker news we want to discuss is Adidas is doing a Home Alone collaboration. I think a lot of these licensed projects can look a little bit corny, but I actually like these quite a bit. Asher, I gotta ask, are you an Adidas guy at all? I feel like I've never seen you in Adidas in my life.
I'm not an Adidas guy.
Okay, the door is still open.
Yeah, I think I'm secretly and still kind of am a Reebok. I was a Reebok kid.
What?
And
Secret's out.
Am I wrong in that Adidas owns Reebok?
They just sold it.
Okay.
They just sold it.
So,
But, yeah.
you know,
A little research?
by default.
Yeah.
But Home Alone collab, I mean, that's right up my alley.
Okay.
Are you grown-up Macaulay Culkin?
Pretty much. Same. Same.
Guys, I really want to see the box. You know, they pretty much understand the assignment when it comes to the insoles and everything else dealing with the shoe and kind of like, you know,
lot of
getting it
details,
out there.
right?
But, you know, the box kind of sells it.
And it's, I guess, because the connection is that Kevin in the film, there's a scene where he's laying on a bed wearing the white and red forms. And I think the shoe's supposed to look like it's on fire or got burnt on the side of it.
Crispy.
There's a greeting mat on the tongue. Brendan, are you feeling these?
Yeah, they're okay. But I actually like these quite a bit. I'm not a huge
I
fan
think you
of it.
care more about the execution of the collab than the
Yeah.
actual shoe.
Yeah.
For sure. Concept. What are those those pins?
They look a little bit like the gibbets that you might put on a pair of Crocs,
I
right?
think they're kind of jacking some Croc vibes.
Just somebody's got to pay somebody.
When I grew my hair out during quarantine, someone called me Marv. And I kind of.
I had no idea where you were going with that. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, tell me more about your hair.
Next bit of sneaker news. LaMelo Ball has his own signature Puma shoe. Not a big baller brand shoe, but a Puma shoe. They kind of look like a Kyrie a little bit, don't they, Brendan?
I see it.
I don't see the Kyrie, but shout out to him getting his first shoe. I appreciate him because that was even kind of one of the debates that he had with his own father, who we know, he's also alumni of our show.
Mello, welcome to this world, man. You better not be out on that court with nothing but Puma.
Does that hurt your heart? He can't wear the BBBs?
Why would it hurt me? I got my own feet. I set my boys up for success, and that's where they at.
When you come from a father like that who's very heavy, keep it in the family, when you kind of step out to do your own thing, I know it's a tough time between father and son, and for him to kind of step out and come with a shoe that's actually good, and he's actually having a great first couple of years in the league. I'm just super proud of him, man. Keep it up. I definitely gonna purchase a pair to hoop in.
Asher, who's your favorite ball brother?
My favorite ball brother, off top, probably LaMelo.
Yeah. Because of the sneakers?
I think so. They look functional. At the end of the day, I feel like, sneakers originally with those ball sneakers were to play ball in. It wasn't just necessarily just to look good.
Well, and to ball in as kind of a lifestyle.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You got it. And I feel like I could hit a free throws.
Wait, can you hoop?
A little bit, not really.
What's your game looking like?
3 and D.
He's a very lukewarm.
3 and D. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. You gotta know your
What does that
religion.
mean?
You gotta know it, your ministry.
3 and D.
3 and D. I can hit 3-pointers and I can play defense. Secretly, I'm a little scrappy. You know what I mean? I'll get down and get the rebound. Dish it off to somebody with
a little Larry Bird in you?
Little Larry.
This guy knows nothing about sports. He was like, oh,
Genuinely.
okay. 3D is a fucking object. This guy. So Ash, I want to kind of get into your earliest sneaker memory, where you kind of gave a damn about a sneaker. You know what I'm saying? What was that for you?
No, and again, my relationship with sneakers started with basketball. Jason Kidd's early on, Air Zooms, 95s.
Sure. Like the circles on the side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I loved those for some reason, and again, secretly a Reebok boy. So the Kamikaze Sean Kemp joints. And then Iverson, the questions, those are the sneakers that kind of brought me in. And then as I got older, it just became a little bit more utilitarian. Let me put it on my foot and not worry about messing it up.
How crazy was that Iverson phase when you were growing up outside of Philadelphia?
I mean, guy. And
did everybody at school have the sneakers on too?
For the most part, I mean, again, it gets a little tricky when you start getting commerce involved and the price of the shoe. But those shoes, I feel like still people weren't rocking. They were, but people were kind of getting those to ball in. But my first lifestyle sneaker, again, and this might sound completely trash, but it was a Reebok Classic, just a white
nothing wrong with that, baby.
Reebok Classic. I loved those. And those were the first one, rap money. That when I was selling CDs in high school, I used them to buy Reebok Classics. But before that, those basketball shoes, I'd probably say the 95 Kids.
Did you hit Foot Locker for the 2 for $89 back in the day?
Ooh, Foot Locker, man. That was important. Foot Locker was important.
He might have been selling them to you.
Probably.
Sure.
Asher, when you got into the rap game, you were around guys like Wale, Currency, Kid Cudi, who were very sneaker focused, and that was kind of the first big wave, I feel like, of people being super into sneakers in the mainstream. Did that ever influence you at all? Did you ever buy sneakers with any of those guys, or did that rub off on you?
Not really. I mean, by that point, I'd pretty much had thrown the flip-flops on, and I was moving around in bare feet at that point.
Right.
But again, there's so much, and you guys have it, there's so much conversation around the shoe game and the conversations that come with it, even these, these, as much as this is a shoe, yes, but it's also a conversation piece about wilderness and about getting outside and all that stuff. So I'm more so there for the conversation around the shoe.
You never went to Flight Club and were tempted by
No, man, I had just missed it by then. By that point, I was just kind of in bare feet and basketball shorts.
Bare feet and basketball shorts.
Yeah.
How is that not a name of one of your projects?
Maybe we're getting there.
Maybe so. It's time. Volume 1.
Obviously, when you come into the game, Scooter Braun kind of mentors you and kind of manages you. And I know that you guys have no longer associated, but he had said early on that he wanted to make you so famous, and you didn't want that.
Sure.
But obviously, you're around guys like Bieber that he was shopping to, Supra, and he gets the big Adidas deal, and he wanted to make you famous. Was he shopping you to brands, trying to set things up?
So when I was in that world, it was we had kind of put the Sperry on, the boat shoe.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So it was just kind of running with what was, not trying to force anything. And so, it was a little tricky at the time too, because I was talking about binge drinking and smoking pot. And not that it wasn't acceptable, but like
Not the most brand friendly.
yeah,
guy.
brands weren't they weren't in a rush to be like
Especially Sperry. I know they was like,
So I had free Sperry's for days, but it wasn't like I was doing commercials.
Oh, they were actually you
Oh,
had,
yeah,
you had a
yeah,
connection
yeah.
with Sperry?
Yeah, Sperry. I had a boatload of Sperry's.
literally
You like
Vote.
that?
Yeah.
You're good, man. You're good.
Thank you.
Was there ever talks of them like trying to give you your own like Asher Roth Sperry shoe?
I was a little early for that. And you're seeing it happen now. People use rappers for clothing and shoes. It wasn't always that way. It was, athletes.
That was like right around the same time when like Kanye had just gotten the Air Yeezys. So
I mean, he changed it.
Yeah.
facts. Game
Kick
changer.
that door open.
Obviously we know you so much for like bringing making parties, like making the party. In order to make great party music, you had to party a lot. Do you remember a time of having a shoe maybe that you cared about and you completely fucked them up, partying too hard?
Man, that's a great question.
You were in the field.
Yeah, we were in the field. A lot of running through the backyard.
Front flips.
the literal-
You know what I mean? Jumping off the back porch and getting away in the burbs. But I do remember, cleaning and making sure the questions were clean.
So when you were at like frat parties back in the day, because I remember this happening to me when like you were like, hey, I remember wearing like Air Max 95s to a frat party and someone stepping on my shoes and just like
You were ready to rumble?
People at the party didn't care. They're just like, whatever, you're in the basement. Whatever like happens to your shoes here happens to your shoes.
And now you have to know that going to that party. You're like, I'm not wearing something that I
Yeah.
care about.
So you were the type that would step on someone's shoes and
No
not
way.
say sorry?
I mean, cause like I'm
Gliding
thin
through.
and elusive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm trying to get through thin spaces.
Facts.
So I'm the one that might accidentally step on your shoe, but I'm also the one that's like, my bad, bro. You wore them. That's on you.
Now, didn't Boyder get his Asics fucked up at
Yeah, bro. You know.
the video shoot?
Yeah, that was a big deal. But again, we're utilitarian out here. We're wearing shoes that we make sure we can do a lot of things in.
They were battle tested. And then I know at one point you had some sneaker brand connections because you were doing some Nike events. You did the stickball tournament
Yep.
in 2010. You did the Jordan brand bowling event in
Yep, yep, yep.
2009. Like, did those connections afford you any free sneakers? Were you leaning on them a little bit?
Yeah, Nike's hooked me up in the past. Shout out to Dawn. I'm not sure if Donnie B's still there, but she was
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
always so
Legend.
amazing as far as making sure I had some good gear on. I'm actually a tennis kid, and so I'm trying to find ways to slide into.
Agassiz and stuff.
Yeah, there's
Stan
some.
Smith type
I mean,
beat.
yeah, and Agassi kind of changed, my world a little bit.
You got a big Agassi head right here.
Changed my life.
Yeah, man.
I feel like you got like a little like John McEnroe in you too.
Man, you got to, if you believe in something, you got to
We're
speak
breaking
about
down
it
this whole entire
passionately.
game right now.
Yeah, no, for
Do
sure.
you have fond memories from those Jordan brand events? I know Jadakiss held you down at that.
Jadakiss
that
held me
bowling
down,
event.
and yeah, that was the bowling event. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he just kind of was like, hooked me up, made sure I had some good weed on me at that time. Yeah, man, I think that those things were more so about more cultural than I was contributing to the sneaker culture at all. And again,
And bowling.
yeah, bowling. My bowling game's pretty nice. I mean, there's definitely going to be. I
Wait,
got
who are you like as a bowler?
Norm Duke, bro.
Is that the guy who has the famous clip?
No, I forget who that is. Norm Duke's just the first guy that popped into my brain. But I'm happy I know a professional bowler.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Facts, because he did it.
Yeah.
He asked a question that he didn't know
I don't
answer
even
to.
know
I love
That,
this
but,
guy for
but
that.
when you expect Brendan Dunne to know a professional bowler,
Or Professor Yo-Yo, one
Yeah.
of the two.
He's kind of elfish in a little. He's got these like pointy ears. I'm just like, I feel like I'm kind of elfish in a little way.
Yeah, I respect that.
Asher, you ended up actually kind of getting your own sneakers at one point. I think a fan made you.
Oh wow.
Sneaker Palooza?
Yeah. Wow. Good pull. Yeah. Also, somebody just recently did a Converse for me for Sleep in the Bread Aisle, the 10-year anniversary of Sleep in the Bread Aisle, and they turned out beautifully.
What about the Nike Bun Bun Dunk Highs from 2009?
Wow, the Bun Buns. Those are my personalized shoe.
Nike Town, London?
Yo, wow, man.
Talk about
What
it.
happened? It's just one of those things where I think we went in and we customized our own shoe, and I think
You
they
would
were,
recognize?
yeah, all black. I think I just went real clean with it, but made sure that they said Bun Buns on the back, as
And what is that?
big shout out and love to beautiful butts.
Do you still have the shoes?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because I moved so much that things just get lost in the shuffle.
I want to ask you to that point, because you have an acquired taste and you don't chase hype, you've never been that type of person, is there any sneakers in your current collection that, now is like, man, this shoe's worth that much money?
what's interesting about the Iverson question joints is like when I wear those and I have them out and I'm just kind of rocking them, someone almost always offers me money on the spot for them.
Really? Right on
But
the feet.
I don't think that they're a hard shoe to get, are they?
No, no.
Yeah.
But I don't think this would be a problem because you said you like walking around barefoot.
I absolutely do.
So has it ever realistically crossed your mind that you're like, hey, $200, I'll take these off and walk barefoot home?
No, because it's principle. You know what I mean? It's just like you can't. These can't be bought. But grounding, very thin, earthing, all those things. Take your shoes off. Go find some grassy patches. Do it.
What's the Asher Roth by the door footwear selection looking like?
By the door? Oh, that's funny. So I have my slip-on, my little Squid Game joints, and then
No spoilers, please.
Yeah, no spoilers. And then I have my Adidas Sambas, and then I have my Crocs to take the trash out.
But it seems like you kind of evolved too with the footwear game, but stayed cozy. Like you used to do the Sperry's and the flip-flops a lot, and then I feel like you leveled up to Birkenstocks from there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Have you seen like that like Birkenstocks and clogs and all that sort of stuff are like back in style?
Yo, I'm telling you, and when I first had Sperry's, like, they weren't really prevalent at all. And now, and I'm not saying I put them on or anything like that, but like.
So you're responsible for.
I'm gonna come out and say that.
You put them on and you put them on.
Yeah, I put
The
Sperry's
first
on.
put them
rapper,
on?
not
Yeah.
Soulja
Them on.
Boy,
Yeah, I
Asher
did.
Roth makes Sperry's pop.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of like. It's almost amazing to see those things take off for sure.
Like we said at the top of the show, Greenhouse Effect Volume 3 is out. What does the future look like for you? Like what type of projects are you getting into, maybe even outside of music now?
Yeah, for sure. And so in Philly, it's tough because there's not a lot of business there. You know, a lot of it happens in New York, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. And so for Philly, moving back there, being there, has allowed me to set up a spot called Sunflower Philly, and it's like an outdoor music venue. It's also really just a glorified dog park, but it gives people the opportunity, and specifically younger kids, that I always look at it like, I didn't have this growing up, so it would be cool if these people did. So we just kind of like transformed this lot and for art and live shows, and also a little bit of sustainability. Just kind of being part of a community, getting to know your neighbors, getting them to interact. So a lot of my focus outside of music is kind of artist development, because these kids are getting younger and younger and younger.
Of course.
And there's so many influences going on, not just on your phone, but people come in and like, oh, let me get you a shoe deal. And when you're 16, 17, you're like, let's go. You know, I'm ready. I want that right now.
I want to be famous.
Yeah, I want to be famous.
I guess.
Yeah.
You don't know.
And you don't even know.
You don't really know.
You don't even know.
Right.
Asher, speaking of Philly, I don't know if you remember this, very random. I think it was 2019. I went to a party at Lapstone and Hammer.
Okay, yeah.
In
Shout out
Philly.
to Lapstone for sure.
Yeah,
Great
and got the word through the grapevine. People were like, Asher Roth's gonna be here tonight.
Was I there?
Yeah, and I think I was there with my girlfriend at the time, and
Yeah.
she was like, oh my God, Asher Roth, we thought you were gonna perform, and we were super excited to see you, but you just came and just chilled out and
Yeah. It's way more
You
fun
let him
that way,
down.
man. Yeah. I just feel like when, like, even the entertainment side of things, like people's expectations of you and all this stuff, it was really tricky for me to navigate, and I almost felt like I was like being ostracized from just real life. And so it was really kind of important for me to just like be like, I'm not really down with this. I want to be part of, on some Ariel, Little Mermaid shit.
You just
I
wanna
wanna
hang
be
out.
Yeah, I just want to hang out, bro. And so, it's been tricky because entertainment is entertainment, and so
Amen.
sometimes you gotta be bigger than life itself, and just like it just didn't fit right with me. And so I've been trying to do the climb and operating independently. It's really hard when you're not oiling the machine, but like at the end of the day, man, being able to just pop up and chill at an in-store is way more fun than being the guy that has to come in with security and because it changes the vibe. Bro.
Super
Everyone's
facts.
like, damn,
Super
like
facts.
this dude's here, and now everyone's kind of like not having fun, and they're just like looking at you, and
You
I'm
can't
not even that
properly
guy.
talk to the cool girl in the corner that
Yeah,
might be like,
bro.
I just want to talk to her.
Yeah, and it's just, I walk in and be like, damn, I thought he was 6'1", but he's 5'10". It's just like, I thought you'd be taller. I get that all the time because I'm long, but I'm like not that tall. Anyway.
You gotta set the expectations.
Yeah,
low.
that's just
set them
like-
short. Yeah. Hey, Asher, every single week here on the show, we punish someone in the worst take section for something terrible they did or said last week, as decided by the YouTube commenters. We make them switch out their shoes for something awful. And it is so rarely Trinidad James, but this week it is, and it makes me so delighted to say that, for misnaming social status dunks. So he's got to put these on.
James Whitner and the strawberry milk free lunch, mid-cut dunk. Sorry,
pass.
James, my
Says-
bad.
Well, maybe
Son
you
well.
know, you can
This,
going for it a little
happens
bit.
a lot, I'm sure.
How,
you know?
how heavy are these?
These
It's
actually,
kinda strange,
yeah,
right?
they are of substance for sure.
You can, I mean, Trinidad, you got the rest of the season. I'm sure you could
Oh,
wear.
yeah.
You could wear this. Actually, wear the strawberry milk
Oh, yeah.
dunks at some point.
Sure, and get it
figure it
right.
out.
Can you tell me about these? What's the deal with these shoes?
So these are just bodega specials. Like when we pick these shoes, we make sure that we pick something that is like very beneath my standards.
Got you. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So-
Just
But-
so we're clear.
And standards are important.
Do you ever get worried because you saying that like, you're not as into like the hype sneaker world or whatever. So when you want to get more into it and ask someone for advice, that they're actually going to put you onto the cool things. Do you ever
Yeah.
have to like take people's advice with a grain of salt?
Well, you know how you guys have your trusted triangle here?
yeah,
Yeah.
the triangle offense.
You got to keep your trusted triangle. That's all. So there's a few select people that when I'm curious in something and what's going on and the people behind it, like even these, like.
Are you
this is
saying
great.
we're those people for you?
You are becoming those people for me for sure.
We're here for you.
Thank you.
We'll be able to get these bodegas on.
You're pulling them off for what it's
Figure it
worth.
out. You got to pull them on.
See, that's the thing. This is a perfect example of like, especially as you get older, putting on a shoe can be a damn chore.
For sure.
So
for
like,
sure.
that's why I
Might
went.
throw your back out on the way
sure.
down.
You know, there's like things called like shoe horns. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, you know it's real when you have a shoe horn. I do not have a shoe horn just yet, though.
So Asher, we also do a segment on this show, and it's called Drip, Flip, or Skip. Drip meaning that it looks good, flip meaning that you resell it, and skip meaning that you don't rock with the shoe at all. Our first shoe in Drip, Flip, or Skip is going to be the Air Force One Halloween edition.
Okay.
The entire black part it glows in the dark. It has graphics that glow in the dark on the top end of it. Drip, flip, or skip, sir.
I'm gonna flip that just off of the hype.
You
of
resold
Halloween.
sneakers?
I have not. Yeah. That's a whole thing, and they have like bots that do it now, right? Like they do it for you, essentially.
Yeah.
But that's a real world. I would flip that on my first resell, and I would have to do it. I would try to do it off the hype of Halloween for sure.
You know what? I think sometimes these Halloween shoes kind of miss the mark for me. Sometimes I think they're really cool. I really like those like Mummy Air Max 95s
Yeah, that's a
from a
nice
few
one.
years ago. These ones aren't as bad as, I know you love the skeleton toe looking ones.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do, these ones aren't as bad, but these don't match up to those, the original patent leather Halloween.
Oh, yeah, half and half.
It's just a skip for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brendan.
Yeah, I think the only Halloween sneaker I ever coveted was the Day of the Dead dunk. So this is
Oh.
for me, yeah.
Okay.
Asher, you got a Halloween costume picked out yet?
I don't. I'll maybe be like a knight or something.
There it is. I'm very excited this particular Halloween for at least, I think it's like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes that I actually
You've been putting it out there.
purchased. The SB dunks. It's a few, man. The purple glow in the dark ones, like you said, the skeletons.
How many
this
times
year
are
I'm
you
going
going to celebrate
Halloween
Halloween?
crazy.
Why do
Say
you
it
need
again?
5 different pairs?
I like just the execution of the actual shoe for all of them, actually. Like just the way that it's placed. So I would rock a black, orange, and white shoe to go to a Giants game in the Bay with Larry June. You know what I'm saying? So this is a drip for me. Moving forward, guys, we have the Ghostbusters times Reebok question 4s. You're a Reebok guy. I got to start with you again.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Talk to me.
I mean, again, if I'm getting back into the shoe game, I'm gonna be adventurous and have some fun with it. And I'd rock those. Why not?
Were you a big fan of Ecto Cooler back in the day?
Who wasn't, bro? Did you have a childhood? Ecto Cooler for sure.
Did Iverson ever acknowledge you name dropping him on I Love College?
Unfortunately not.
This might be the moment.
Yeah.
Well, he's like one of our alumni, so AI.
I mean, if you want to say something to Allen Iverson right now on the camera.
Dude, greatest of all time, man. He really is. I mean, it's pound for pound champ.
Yeah, I like these. I think sometimes, like I said earlier, the license stuff can go a little bit overboard, but it's a good time. It's a trip.
Welty?
I don't think I can wear these, but we have Asher Roth here, and it seems very Asher Roth shoes, so I'm gonna drip it in this scenario.
I don't think it's an Asher Roth shoe, but it's just kind of fun. And
Yeah.
I like the colorway.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Trick or Treat SBs that came out either last year or a couple years ago, should I say. Not bad at all, man. I'm not mad drip. Moving forward in shoes, shout out to you already
of
have
course.
them.
You know what I'm saying? Let's
On
go.
foot, look at them. Shout out to Salehi.
You gonna
Hit
hit
it
the
again.
whistle?
We got to.
I love the idea of these and just to get outdoors and the wilderness and probably Leonardo DiCaprio and The Revenant probably could have used these any bear attack, but I just think they're like a really fun concept. They're a smart shoe, especially for right now. They drive that conversation towards also getting outdoors.
Amen.
So I like what comes with the shoe as well, but so far so good.
But New Balance is big in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they're around.
I love that New Balance is just the energy behind it is, come back outside, come play. Like
For sure.
That's really dope. So shout out to New Balance, shout out to Soleil, shout out to Joe. Brendan, drift, flip, or skip on the yurts.
Yeah, I like the shoe. I don't know if I can wear it, but I do like the weird functionality of the whistle on the back. And like we said elsewhere, I want to see somebody reverse engineer a bong out of the thing. It's like when you use like a apple with some tin foil to smoke salvia.
Maybe Greenhouse Effect Volume 4, you can smoke out of one of these on the cover.
How cool would that be?
When I first saw it, I didn't know what to make of it, because it was just so different. But I think it's grown on me quite a bit. I don't know how much I love a shoe with a whistle on it, but it's fun in the moment, so it's a drip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased to these particular designers. So
Soleil,
it's a drip
come on
for
the
me.
show.
Yeah.
Soleil, definitely come on the show.
Congrats, too.
So Asher, we also do outfits on this segment. And, I think we have to do Asher Roth outfits. So we're going to start with a classic.
There it is.
Tell me what went into your mind with this.
It kind of just happened. Not a lot of thought went into this.
So I must ask, is this a drip, flip, or skip for you when you look at it now?
Let's keep going, man. Drip. I own up to my behavior.
I love that.
Were you actually taking a dump in the photo?
I was not.
Okay. Oh, Welty.
Put it on the Wikipedia.
I know I've already made this joke a million times. This is the last time I'm ever going to make it in the history. This is definitely Brendan Dunne, early sneaker news era, firing off a blog post.
My arms look good, though,
Hey, right? The cut right there at the top.
Talk about lean.
Did you hit some push-ups or some curls for the
Yeah,
girls?
I like to work with my own body weight, you know what I'm saying? Stay strong, stay limber.
This is a drip.
Brendan.
This might be a drip or a drop or a plop.
Yeah.
On, the activity here. This image really has been seared in my head for the past
That's hilarious.
10 years. Yeah, I remember this
Stash Brothers.
so vividly.
I like it.
Turn the military blues into the military doo-doos.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, hey, we know where that goes.
Sorry.
This is a classic. I never go against nostalgia. This is a drip. Moving forward. The Asher. The Asher. This is
Is that a Ronnie Lott jersey?
this your Jordan logo. This is your Jordan symbol.
A Reebok
Right
jersey,
here.
no less.
I think those are straight up and down thong flip-flops.
With the Brazil flag
How
on
the
them.
heck did that happen? You know what I mean? This is when it gets to the point where you're just like, whatever you got around, you're throwing it on. The Ronnie Lott jersey, though, it's classic. That 4-2
Come
is
on now.
classic. But,
You used to rock, I think, was it the Reef flip-flops that had the bottle opener on the heel?
No, but that would have been made much more sense for me to wear it. I think
Scooter, what happened?
right in here,
Yeah.
open it up. Drip.
It's a skip for me because I don't think anybody needs to see my toes.
Fair.
Based on how much I run. Sometimes, one toenail's on its way out and the other toenail's
The other one's hanging on for its life?
Yeah.
But this was my
Go get a pedicure, get your feet fixed.
get your feet fixed, exactly. And this was kind of my the prelude into Birks.
Yeah. When you have your toes out this much, were you keeping good care of them?
Yeah, I think and they kind of just get taken care of for you in a way.
Really?
You know what I mean?
That's the life?
Well, it's funny. I'm not sure if you saw the new Dave Chappelle special, but he's talking about the girls in Ohio that
Oh yeah, gotta
dip their
rub some
feet in
sand.
dirt. That's me basically. Dirty hippie girl.
I love that. Amazing. Go ahead, Welty.
I'm surprised that going last on this one, I'm the one who got the joke off that it's a flip flop.
Let it
Sorry
happen.
to steal your thunder.
Let it happen.
Well, I mean, to me, it's just in general. I appreciate that you own who you are, and I've always appreciate artists being themselves, not having to chase what everybody else is wearing. I respect that. So this is a drip for me.
That's funny.
Moving forward, Cuddy and Mr. Roth.
Oh, there you go. See, that's kind of classic. That's default setting character, Asher Roth. Probably just some Levi's and a gray tee. I'm either wearing Chucks or Vans. I can't really tell.
I think it's Chucks.
Yeah, that's pretty standard procedure. Even though Chucks, again, as a shoe, they do a good job as a brand, but kind of not overly functional,
Yeah.
Correct.
So they have a legacy thing going on, but they're kind of a pain in the butt to put on, and then they aren't exactly the most comfortable shoe. But if those are the canvas colored Chucks, those are pretty timeless for me. So again,
Rolling with it.
co-sign myself. Drip.
Welty?
I mean, this is an era right here.
This is an era.
man.
You got Cuddy with the Kanye Louis Vuittons on. I feel like there's another photo of you, Asher, where you have the same pose with your Armand Pharrell doing the same thing. I don't know if that was your go-to.
Yeah, no, it's just weird. It's like a panic move, yo, we got a camera, and you're here with some
Hey, buddy.
yeah.
This is like your version of the duck face.
100%.
Drip.
Brendan Dunne.
This is a drip for me because of the era. I remember wanting those shoes so bad in that time. And it's just a wholesome photo. It looks like an American Apparel ad.
I mean, this is a drip for so many reasons. I mean, just in general, just think about that era where it takes you back of like, that was the drip right there. You know, like even if you wear that now, you know, people per se wouldn't be like, wow, you're really killing it. But at the time, that was a look, man.
Fun.
Yeah. I mean, the funniest thing about the XXL cover that you bring up is like, I walked in and I didn't really know it was like kind of a, you know,
Group thing?
yeah, and like, or like, you're showing off like
Like a cool guys club or
so
whatever.
I didn't even have the right gear. I had that little collar shirt that I had on. I actually had to grab that off the rack and it was too big for me. So they actually had to like pin it in the back. And like, those are just things that are just like, I guess I'll roll with this.
Yeah.
You know? So it's pretty good.
Last but not least in outfits, you and the good man, Spree Wilson.
Wow, Spree, what's up, man? And the bowling shoes. But yeah, man, I think I actually stole those bowling shoes.
Nice.
And I had them for a really long time.
You
but
didn't return them?
No, I thought I was like edgy at the time.
You let them slip on.
I'm gonna rock these out, yeah.
This is punk.
Yeah, this is totally punk.
Did you steal the spray as well to disinfect them?
No. I kept my yacht in there, you know. And so, but
can get
Spree,
nasty.
man, Spree. Shout out to Atlanta and just one of the first people I met there, and an extremely talented kid.
Amen. Drip.
Let's
flippers.
drip it up, yeah, drip.
Boom. Welty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of wearing bowling shoes, but if
You gotta try it
the
first.
fact you stole a pair of bowling shoes, I gotta give it to you.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, he made the bowling shoes look good. And this is kind of the split look you were talking about with the Halloween ones.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Same type of vibe. Nothing wrong with that. I'll call it a drip.
Yeah, I'm going drip because it's really interesting that like a bowling shoe is like what makes Asher like, this is drip forever. Asher,
Like, I need to keep
bowling's
these.
like
No,
that.
Trinidad, like no one else, no other guest
Like,
we have
he
on the
just made
show.
these bowling
Not
shoes
interested.
look really damn good. Like, shit, I need to go buy me some bowling shoes.
I love
Yeah,
that.
and that's where like that's the awkward phase with the hair. The hair's starting to grow longer. What a time.
Asher, before we get out of here for the day, we want to breeze to the comment section and see what people have been saying about us on YouTube for the past week, which is always a fun time. We have one from the Kev thing saying, Welty's beard looking even more beardy every single day.
Thanks.
Shout out to Beardy.
Outdoor man.
Going hiking. Timo Wood says the guy doing these edits needs an award for show. Yeah, we got a Academy Award coming
Woody.
his way. Mike Plume says, needed this, was feeling out of place in life, then FSR helped me realign.
Wow.
We're here for you. Back like chiropractic. You're welcome,
Meditate.
Mike.
Yeah, Earth, man. Take those shoes off. Find a grassy knoll and just put your feet in it.
This has been another episode of Full Size Run. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne.
I'm at Welty.
Best dressed, T. James.
Asher Roth.
Grassy knoll.
Oh man.
She want every color, that's a full size. Buy a 6 for my kids, bought a 7 for my chick.
FS Army, it's Dad here, Trinidad James. You know how much we love you, how much I love you. But if you really have true love for us, guys, this is season 11. This is 2021 going into 2022. We need you to subscribe and let people know we're back in studio. This is one of the best, if not the best, sneaker show in the entire world. You cannot find a show better than this show, so subscribe to it, goddammit.
And download the Soul Collector app while you're at it. You can just buy the best sneakers on the internet for the best price.
Also, while we have you, drop us a comment. It's the least you can do.
The least.